Hi, I'm Jennifer with Martingale, here to share with you a trunk show today, and I am in the holiday spirit. I hope you are too. The quilts that I've got to share with you are from a book titled Home for the Holidays, and the authors are a mother and daughter team, Sherri McConnell and Chelsi Stratton. I think you're going to love the quilts you see, so let's get started. This first quilt is Amaryllis, and it is by Chelsi. It features a variety of prints from a holiday line of fabric and a solid background, and I think it is adorable. One thing I think you'll love in the book is Sherri and Chelsi both share their stories for why they made these quilts, what they represent to them. In that case, Chelsi shared a story about the Amaryllis being one of her favorite flowers of the season, and her brother-in-law, who spent some time in South Africa, where I believe that is a plant that's indigenous to that area. So you'll get to learn more about the authors as well as getting great quilt patterns. This next quilt is called Peppermint Twist, and it is also a quilt by Chelsi. And she shares a story here about always having peppermints in the candy dish when she went to her grandmother's house, and how those are favorites of hers to this day when it comes to the holiday season. What are your favorite things that you like to do? I love this little pillow. It has a little zippered back, and in the book there are instructions for how to do that and how to finish your pillow. But this is called the Christmas Star pillow, and it's very cute. It's done using a strip method, and all the instructions are there. And what I love about their method of making pillows is the way that they bind them like you would bind a quilt. So you don't have to worry about getting the perfect corner or anything like that. You know how to bind your quilt, you'll know how to make your pillow. Next up, I have a set of little coasters. This is the Crystal Sky Table Runner, and this is by Sherri. And Sherri shares in the book that she has a hard time putting holiday decor away. It always kind of makes her sad. So over the years, she started making some more decor that can last all winter long. So that's why she went with the blue sky. And she used a very cute little panel print on the back. So she got a 2-for-1 on that deal. Next up is the Deck the Halls quilt. And I do want to deck the halls with this beauty. It is absolutely gorgeous. Those big stars, the square in the middle. I love how she used this little cornerstone in her sashing, so it makes look like that grid crosses over one another. It's a perfect use of color and super fun. Love that for the holidays. Deck the halls. That quilt is also by Sherri, as is this table runner, the Christmas Flowers table runner. And Sherri has a great story about how important English paper piecing and the grandmother's flower garden has been to her over the years, and her family traditions around that. So this is just a really simple representation. If you want to do a little handwork, you can do the 3 flowers and then put together this quick and easy table runner. It would make a great gift as well. This is a quilt by Chelsi, and it's called Mistletoe, and I'll let you look in the book to find out why she calls it mistletoe and what's special, but here's a little sneak hint. It has to do with her in-laws and a very sweet story. So a fun, again, use of holiday prints. You could certainly do this in other prints as well, but I think it's a real sparkler. Now this quilt, when I saw it, I thought, man, I gotta put this on my gift list because I think this is phenomenal. It's the Farmhouse Flannel quilt by Sherri, and it is just a big, cozy throw. I have a son who is 6'3", and I think he would love to wrap up in this. So this is going on my Christmas list for someone to make. Don't tell. Let's hope he doesn't see this video. What I love about it is it's all these farmhouse flannels in sort of men's clothing inspired prints, herringbones, checks, plaids, and then they chose to do sort of a herringbone quilting design on this. It is perfectly on point. So Sherri made the Farmhouse Flannel quilt, and Chelsi came along and made this terrific bolster pillow or long pillow for the couch. Again, it has that nice covered zipper on the back, but this pillow would be an awesome addition to put on your sofa and wrap up in that quilt. It would be terrific. So that's just super easy and strippy, and that's called Scrappy Stripes by Chelsi. The Christmas Eve pillow and mug rug Sherri made with scraps left over from the quilt that I showed you earlier, the Deck the Halls quilt. So she made the most of every bit of those prints that she had, and this is a nice bed-sized pillow sham using the leftovers from that, the Christmas Eve pillow. Can you imagine snuggling up? And then she made this little mug rug so you could leave maybe a cup of hot cocoa or eggnog and a cookie for Santa before he comes. A super cute pair. Chelsi adds this ornamental table topper, a quick square, and a real fence blocks that you could use on your table to set a festive table. I know many of you like to decorate with handmade stockings and Christmas tree skirts. And so Sherri made this beauty. A Christmas tree skirt that you too can make, and it utilizes a charm pack or a layer cake. So you can start with that and help simplify your cutting. She teaches you how to put the slit in it and to bind that off and to have a tree skirt that is one of a kind. I love that. And last but not least, this is Chelsi's quilt. She calls it Poinsettia. And what a beautiful chain of blocks she has going across it. It's all patchwork, no applique. Just a beautiful use of some great reds and greens, very scrappy, lots of different prints here. So all of these quilts you can find in Home for the Holidays, quilts to welcome the season in your home. The authors are Sherri McConnell and Chelsi Stratton, a mother and daughter team. You might know them from their fabrics they designed for Moda for Sherri and Chelsi. And you can find the book at shopmartingale.com or wherever you buy books. I hope you enjoy the holiday season and making these patterns to make your home more merry. Let's get going.